Hello and welcome back to the Coffeevaners. I'm Alan and today I want to talk about Caravan Insurance. Bit of a boring subject, you say, but now in 2022 maybe something we need to look at a little bit more closely. Back on Saturday this arrived, the good old insurance renewal, and we've had our caravan coming up 12 months. So I thought I'd take a real good look at the insurance policy and think about planning for the worst but expecting for the best. So as you can imagine, when we first got the caravan, we planned for going on regular holidays. What we didn't plan for is the unforeseen circumstance, something like this. Now that's taken from the BBC, and it happened at Aylmore Grange Caravan Park in Derbyshire on the 27th of March 2019. Details are in the description below if you want to go and check out that link. And that obviously makes you think a little bit different when you're planning for the worst, or you could end up with something like this. That came from the Bournemouth Echo on the 29th of May 2018, link in the description. Now that really got us thinking, because I've been watching other YouTube channels and seeing that prices of caravans, used caravans, new caravans are going up, delivery times are getting longer, this, that and the other. So what I decided to do was talk to some industry professionals, people who have good reputations, and take a look at how we needed to change our insurance. So this video is going to have a look at the case study of our caravan and how we've insured it in 2022. Let's go and have a look. Okay, 2022 insurance on the caravan. First of all, let me thank some really respected people in the industry who I've spoken to today, the 17th of January 2022. So first of all, Mark at the Caravan Place. Details of his YouTube channel, social media and website are in the description below. Mike Stammers, who's at Caravan Cover, who looks after our caravan insurance, and his links are also below. And lastly, the dealer that we bought our caravan from, a guy called Lee down at Robinson's Caravan in Chesterfield. So when we bought our caravan, we paid the grand sum of £19,100 for the caravan, delivered to our drive with a motor mover on. Fantastic, absolutely superb. But the retail value of that caravan back in 2021 was 21,500 or thereabouts. So we insured it for 21,500. We didn't think about all the other bits that we were putting inside the caravan: the awning, the chairs, the tables, the kadak, the teppanyaki, the collapsed waste stuff, and all the rest of the bits that were bought. We didn't actually consider them as items we needed to insure. This time round we've taken a close look at those items and what they are now compared to what they were before. And if we start with the caravan, that 19,100 back literally 12 months ago has risen to, if I placed an order for a caravan at Robinson's today, 23,339 plus the motor mover, so pretty much £24,000. That's a difference of £5,000. So obviously I need to increase my insurance on the caravan by £5,000 just for the bare bones as a new for old replacement. We also had a look at, and this I was astonished at, back in, I think it was January, February 2021, Isabella released the new range, and Dan Trudgeon did a fantastic video, and as a result Ali wanted the Air Y or Air Y sun canopy, which we then bought, and we paid £750 for it. Now we are 12 months later, the thing's exactly the same. I went on the internet this morning to see if I could get that air wide canopy. £875 for the same thing. Now that to me was just astonishing. You'd expect things to rise with inflation, but because things are in such high demand and the supply is so short, prices have gone through the roof. But getting back to the Caravan, when I spoke to Mark this morning, we had a bit of a conversation through messages on Twitter. If I was to try and look for a 2021, so a 12-month-old Caravan, the same as this, I would be looking to be paying on the forecourt £19,500 to £20,000 for the Caravan. So actually more than I paid for it 12 months ago. But on top of that, he'd actually said that Glass's Guide, which predominantly I think anyone who's in the industry will turn around and say has gone totally out of the window. He's saying my Caravan's only worth £15,500 as a trade price. So would the insurance actually pay out what it would cost to replace, or would they pay out what Glasses say is the value of the Caravan? Admittedly, you take the 19,100, take the VAT off, and you're down to £15,000 as the price of the Caravan. But if it all went up in flames, where would we be left, and what would we be left with? And that's the issue that Ali and I have kind of got to get our heads around as to when we're buying insurance. Obviously we don't want to pay an extortionate amount of money, but what we've decided to do is have caravanning as a lifestyle, and therefore we need to consider that this as an investment means that we need to have it properly insured to the right value. That's something we did not consider 12 months ago, and I don't think many people do. You kind of say, well, you know, the contents are worth this. Well, when I was talking to Mike said to us, look, make an inventory, and if you do, you're going to get a shock. You go into the caravan showrooms and you buy, you know, let's buy a new, you know, cutlery set, or let's buy a new little addition. We'll get the collapsed trunk, we'll get the collapsed waist, we'll buy an aqua roll feed for fully serviced kit, fully serviced pitches, and we'll get the extension reel, and you're spending sort of 25, 30, £50 here, £50 there, maybe the odd big purchase, go out and buy a couple of chairs. We bought two Isabella chairs with footstools, and we bought them as ex-display models at the end of the season because of the new colours coming out and all the rest of it, and we paid £90 for the chair plus and the stool together, so £180 for the two. Now if we were going to go and buy those now, we would be looking at another £100 on top. So that's the insurance value. It's if I had to go and get them today. If everything totally disappeared and we were starting from scratch, it's not the value to us that we paid, it's the value to us if we needed to replace. So it's vitally important that we get insurance values right, and an inventory is probably the best way to do it. Now obviously we don't keep receipts. We haven't got the receipts for what we bought, and you wouldn't think many people would have the receipts, but I think the advantage would be to take photos of what you've got, and also to maybe keep a spreadsheet of the items you've got that you keep in the caravan. Let's say your caravan's on a storage site and something like a fire like that happened. There was actually a big scare on Facebook the other day, and Paul from Rolling with the Robsons, the storage yard where he has his caravan, a tractor went up in flames. Thankfully the tractor was nowhere near any of the caravans, so none of the caravans were damaged. But just imagine if that had stretched its way through a storage yard, how many people would have lost how much money? Purely because, yes, the majority are probably insured, but are they insured at today's values? Because today's values are considerably higher than what they were 12 months ago, or if people have just carried insurance over from, you know, maybe 2 or 3 years, could be vastly underinsured for what they've actually got. And I think Mark's put it perfectly that caravan prices are they're not going to go down this year. You know they're not going to go down. Supply is really low, demand is really high. Dealers, talking to Lee, have had their stocks cut back, you know. Delivery times seem to be getting longer. A friend of ours ordered a caravan in August of 2021 and was told just a couple of weeks back that they were expecting delivery of that caravan in June or July of 2022. That's a 12-month wait, best part of. You know, so the demand for caravans is going to continue, and we're probably still going to see that used caravans are going to maintain or increase in their values on the forecourts, because the amount of good caravans is getting fewer and fewer for dealers to retail. So that's basically where we are. I'm going to stick the links to Mark at the Caravan Place, because he deals in really high quality used caravans. He's been absolutely straight and above board with giving us some figures for our caravan to help us along the way. Check out his links in his social media below. Mike, as an insurance broker, I think because you can sit down with an insurance broker and actually talk to them and talk through your own personal circumstances, is a lot better than just going on the internet and ticking boxes, getting a figure and saying, yeah, that's the cheapest. And Robinson's, of course, the dealers that supplied this caravan are absolutely fantastic. So all our links below, go and check them out. If you found this video useful, please give it a like. Please do comment and give us your thoughts in the bit below, and let us know what you're thinking about your caravan insurance, or do you even insure the caravan at all? And of course, would love you to subscribe. Anything that will help us promote this channel on YouTube is great. So thanks for your support. You take care, you stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.